Hello and welcome to the Heart Led Soul Fed podcast. I'm Christine Gold, and this show is really all about your 360-degree wellness. Now, 4 years ago, when I started this podcast, it was, about your love, your light, your spirituality. And of course, it's still all of that. But as we are upgrading and ascending, we are healing, we're forgiving, we're, dying of the old paradigm and we're birthing, this new earth and our new selves, our light bodies. And in order to do that, we need to look at certain things. So every month, we've asked you, our viewers, and our listeners, whether you're watching us live on the replay or you're listening to us via your favorite podcast, what is the health topic? Now, last month was all about Alzheimer's and dementia. And let me tell you, it was very personal because it has affected my father. But so many people reached out. I'm blown away. This is exactly what, this show is about. It's about sharing. It's about connection, authentic connections, by the way. It's really about, saying me too, or I know somebody that's affected by that. So how can we collectively help each other? A hand up. Even, someone saying, I don't understand, or I've never had that experience, but I'm going to bridge with you and try to understand. Instead of dismissing it, I don't want to go there, ignore it, bypass it, however you want to look at it. It's going to come back around, but it'll come back in a way that you never expected it. So this month, our monthly topic, as voted by you, and it was also recommended by Gitte. Thank you so much. Something that has personally affected her. Now, myself, I've never had it, but I know people that do. So this is season 4, episode 214, fibromyalgia. And, why is it so common? And really, we're going to deep dive into that right now. So if you're affected by it, if you know someone who is, or maybe you're just curious, let us know in the comments. Send me a message. Share this out. Yes. Hi, Gitte. Thank you so much for being here and always being a wonderful support of the community. Yeah. And, I did a deep dive. I was looking for, lots of information, and there's so much out there, especially online. But I decided to ask, people that are affected by it and just ask them how it's affected them. What are the symptoms? How does it show up? All of that. So it's been very interesting to say the least. And really, that's what I'm about is if I don't know anything about it, I am just going to do a deep dive and nerd out on it because that's, really why we're here is to share information, not keep it to ourselves, not be held back by shame, guilt, being afraid, because fear, fear is an illusion. And so is shame and guilt. The illusion meaning it's covering up what you actually are. That's, and from what I've learned, fibromyalgia is a condition that causes pain in the muscles and the soft tissues and all over the body. So it's an ongoing and chronic condition, and it can affect your neck, your shoulders, your back, your chest, your hips, like all over. And for some, the pain may be worse in the morning and evening, right? So you can comment and let me know when, how this affects you, where, when, and sometimes it lasts all day long. And sometimes it gets worse with activity or cold or damp weather, anxiety, stress, which, anxiety and stress seems to be rampant. The condition, this affects 1 in 50 or 1 in 25 people in the US. And for some reason, it is most common in middle-aged women. Interesting. So I have put together some slides. So if you're listening to this and you're like, well, maybe I want to go and look at the slides, you can definitely check that out wherever you'd like to watch your favorite video through your favorite social media platform. So, all right, here we go. So yeah, it really fibromyalgia. Why is it so common? I'm going to go over what it is, signs and symptoms, and how to heal with natural remedies. Because really, it's about going natural. Now, I'm not saying don't take that medication, don't go see your doctor. Do everything. Really, what it ends. I mean, I'm sure it will help, but with any medication there's a plateau, like with anything. Okay. So you have to look at all aspects. And yeah, and I already talked about it. What is fibromyalgia? It's a musculoskeletal pain accompanied by fatigue, sleep, memory, mood. And, many researchers believe it amplifies painful sensations by affecting the way your brain and spinal cord processes painful and non painful signals. So, really think about that. You think about the vagus nerve, you think about fight or flight, you think about the sympathetic, the parasympathetic nerve, you think it is all affected. It causes widespread pain, fatigue, and cognitive difficulties. Those are just the main things. So if you want to throw in, maybe you have some other symptoms, feel free to share and join along. What are the causes? Now, okay, we always go to genetics, right? It tends to run in the family. There's mutations, making more susceptible. But honestly, I feel like this is more intergenerational. I talk about intergenerational trauma. Let's say your mom or dad, had these effects, and naturally, it's like being around anything or anyone. You tend to kind of pick it up, if you know what I mean. So I'm not going to say it's genetics because, we can blame everything on our genes, and it's not true. It might be partially true, but I'm not going to go to blame and all that. Infections. Apparently, some illnesses appear to trigger or aggravate fibromyalgia, which makes sense. Physical and emotional events, trauma. And trauma can be anything. It could be a physical event, car accident, prolonged psychological stress as well, and PTSD. I will throw that in there as well. So, and I am not a doctor and I'm not claiming anything, okay? I am just here to share information. So, really, share with me what works for you and what have you tried, when it comes to um, anything, that might help somebody. And fibromyalgia also exists with other conditions. IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. I mean, we talk about the gut brain health all the time. I'm sure you see that all the time. Chronic fatigue, migraines, um, interstitial cystitis, and painful bladder. Let's try and say that quickly. So there's some issues with the bladder, and you think about the meridians and qigong and tai chi and acupuncture, and all of those are energy centers along the body, and those organs are there to help you, right? So if something's off, it's going to trigger other things. There's joint disorders, of course, anxiety, depression, and postural tachycardia syndrome, which I was like, what the heck is that? Clearly, it's tied to your posture and your heart as well. So let's see, we are moving on. So honestly, 360-degree wellness is key. I've been saying this for years. You don't just hit it emotionally, or I'm going to, go to the gym now. And you need to hit it on all aspects: spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and in relationships, because they're all tied together. That is who we are. That is who you are. That is who I am. And of course, I love natural treatments. So there's many: yoga, breath work, and meditation. Because the more that you can synchronize your body, mind, and spirit with these practices, the more your body's going to respond to it. Now, I'm not saying every day is going to be perfect, but at least we have to try. Now, I'm not saying to sit and meditate for 10 hours. And meditation doesn't always involve sitting. It could be a moving meditation. You could go to your garden and meditate there, and dig in the dirt, or whatever works for whatever gets your mind at ease. Because when your mind is at ease, your body will follow. Whole foods, plant-based. I'm not saying go and do that tomorrow. I'm saying try different foods and see what works for you. Not every vegetable is going to agree with you either. Like green peppers do not agree with me, because the green pepper is not ripe like the yellow, the red, and the orange. But for me, nightshades, period, don't work for me. So you have to decide what works for you. Essential oils, Reiki, Tai Chi, Qigong. All of those are movement, meditation, energy centers. The Tai Chi and the Qigong. That's what I'm talking about. The Reiki is going to help get, whatever is heavy, whatever is stuck, whatever imbalances, they're going to be moved for your highest good. Not what you think needs to move, for your highest good. Healing frequencies, absolutely love them. I had just recorded one for the full moon in Aquarius, I believe, at 432 hertz, and that's Mother Nature's healing tone. That is what the earth vibrates at. So, of course, it's going to resonate. Sleep is huge. God, I know so many people that suffer from sleep. So, sleep issues, insomnia. Um, their mind starts racing as soon as the head hits the pillow, stuff like that. So that is all connected. Finding ways to massage and get the lymphatic system moving, whether you're dry brushing or getting massage, EFT, tapping, CBD oil, acupuncture, osteopathy, counseling, journaling, exercise, and fresh air. Huge, huge for sleep, huge for everything. If you don't go outside, and even if it's a cloudy day, you are still getting your vitamin D, you're still getting fresh air. You need to move your body. Music and art therapy. Music and art therapy is huge, is huge. And of course, there's things to avoid, like anything. Caffeine. I know for myself, as soon as I have that cup of coffee, I've learned I can feel it. Just I start vibrating, and it's not a good feeling, because by 3 o'clock I'm crashing. So I don't have anything with caffeine. Sugar. Sugar is the number one, and actually I want to do something on sugar, because I've been listening to Dr. Furman, I've been listening to Dr. Axe, I've been listening to Dr. Hyman. I follow all of them. Medical Medium, I'll throw him in there as well. Sugar, high fructose corn syrup is more addictive than any drug on the planet. They've done studies on it. Why do you think we crave sugar? Because it gives us an immediate hit. And let me tell you, it hits other things in the body that are not good. It causes your insulin to spike. I'm doing research on that, so I'm going to leave that alone. But sugar, if you can eliminate sugar, and I'm talking honey, agave, coconut sugar, all of it, all of it. Dairy causes a lot of problems. We are actually not meant to Our bodies are not meant to metabolize dairy. Gluten, same problem. If you can reduce your gluten intake, amazing. And it's actually easier than you think. It's, of course, our minds want to get in there and say, oh, I can't. Oh, I love bread. Oh, I love, whatever it is. I love pastries. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Oh, I'll do that after I eat everything that's in my cupboard. You know what? I think the best thing to do is to come in and just clean out whatever's in the cupboard. And if it's not in the house, you're not going to eat it. Alcohol. I mean, alcohol lowers our mind, body, spirit. It hits at a lower vibration. It causes issues with the liver as well. Processed food, anything in a package is processed. I know, I know. It seems like everything comes in a package, right? Mother Nature doesn't come in a package. So, if you can find ways to reduce your junk food and junk people, toxic people, places, and things. So you decide. I'm not going to tell you, what to do on that. And Gitte is just saying that joy is very important. It's an eminent painkiller. Absolutely. A most grateful and abundant and joyous, thankful heart. And how do you start your day? How do you end your day? That's really important. If you just wake up and hit the ground running and don't take any time to be like, thank you, God, I'm alive. That's amazing right there. And start there. I have clean water. I have a bed. There's many things. Let's look at some supplements. Yeah, magnesium citrate. Now, magnesium in any form is amazing. Magnesium also helps with depression, anxiety, your joints, PMS. When I had PMS, that absolutely helped me. So you got to get your magnesium in. Fish oil, if you'd like to take fish oil, but you know what? A lot of fish, it has heavy metals in it. I heard a gentleman by the name of Erasmus Eudemus, and he basically said the ocean is sewage. So if you'd like to take a fish oil, if you can find a highly, like a krill or sardine or something that's tiny, that has a lower toxic load, go for it. For me, I have 2 tablespoons of flaxseed and 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds, and that is my daily allowance for omega-3. There's lots of other things that have 6 and 9, but you don't need 6 and 9 more than you need omega-3. That's what we're really lacking. Vitamin D, absolutely. You can supplement with it. You can go outside. 10 minutes is really all you need. But if you're in the northern climates, as they say, winter's coming, you might need a little more. Ashwagandha, that's an aptogen. That's an herb. That's been around for thousands of years. Turmeric is amazing for everything. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So these are just recommended supplements. Yeah, and Gitte saying ginger. I call it the holy trifecta: ginger, turmeric, and garlic. Those are my 3 that I go to all the time when I'm cooking. So if you can get it in that way, that's amazing. If you have to supplement, then go for it. Then you can go for it. All right. Yeah. And why is it affecting women more than men? Apparently, women make up 90% of the cases, and 10 million Americans have fibromyalgia, and 5% of the global population. And PMS symptoms are a factor of this as well. In fact, that's when they seem to trigger the most. And I have seen a lot of studies, and I will absolutely back this, that it is linked to autoimmune, even though it is inflammation. Autoimmune diseases are inflammation, but inflammation is the root of all diseases. That is the precursor to every disease on the planet. So, any way that you can reduce your inflammation through all of these practices, the better. And what are some of the triggers? Maybe you want to share what yours are. Clearly, stress, whether it's physical, emotional, overdoing it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we gotta crush it. Like, I know someone that was affected, actually, Megan, she was affected by the Hurricane Ian in Florida, and they have been traveling pretty much nonstop. They finally found a spot in Arizona. Um, the stress of, keep traveling, trying to find a place, travel, find a place, travel, it takes a load on you. And she thought, "Okay, I found a spot, I'm good. Now I'm just gonna crush it and get back to work." Well, she found out that no, she actually has to take it slower. We tend to do that. Poor sleep, clearly. Weather changes, maybe you're sensitive to temperature. Menstrual cycle changes, absolutely. Any type of illness. Major events, hello, Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming up, vacations can trigger that because the mind starts going, got to do this, got to do that. Oh, all these people are coming over. That, woo, whoa, slow your roll, as they would say. Schedule changes, changes in treatment, and any trauma, injury, surgery. They say apparently getting a tattoo, which for me, I had tattoos. I was fine, but maybe you don't like needles. Maybe you don't like hospitals, dentists, doctors. They call that the white coat syndrome. So just, kind of check yourself and prepare yourself for those times, right? And yeah, I already talked about why women. So really, I just want you to share with me anything. What works for you? What have you tried? Let me know if you enjoyed this quick little dive into fibromyalgia. And really, you're not alone. And each month will feature a health related topic. So, what do you want me to talk about in November? What would you like to see on future shows? Who would you like to see on future shows as well? So, you can send a message here or you can comment, even if you're on the replay. We're not going to miss you. All right. And a few housekeeping. Soul Healers community, there is a wait list. It is open. So comment soul to get on the waiting list. And you can also find out how to earn free membership. So what is this community? It's a place where we're going to have monthly Q&As, monthly healing and reading sessions. There's going to be, the workshop clearly monthly. And there's a lounge for you to connect with other like minded souls who are looking for authentic connections and looking to up level themselves and looking to step into their purpose, whatever that is. And I've seen some beautiful things happen. In fact, I can think of, a couple people off the top of my head that have just really stepped into who they are. And yes, there is, of course, going to be moon events. There's one coming up on Sunday, new moon in Scorpio, with the solar eclipse. So this is going to be a highly charged time. Also, the Venus star point. This hasn't happened. The alignment, where it is, all of that hasn't happened in 700 years, I believe. So this will be interesting. New moon, it's highly charged. Maybe you've been feeling and noticing the charge. I know I have. And there was also the full hunter's moon in Aries. You can go and check out that guided meditation as well. And yeah, if you want to know more about how to up level your wellness, what products I use, you can follow me on Facebook through Whole Soul Wellness. We do liver detoxes, we'll do a parasite detox, and I recommend to, reset yourself every 3 months. As the seasons change, we change, and we need different things. So why not help yourself along with that? I know for myself, it's been quite beneficial. And one more thing, there's a dream recall workshop coming up this Sunday. So if you're wondering about your dreams, what do they mean? Unlocking your power of dream interpretation, becoming more psychic and intuitive, signs and symbols. There's a Q&A at the end. I don't remember my dreams. Well, guess what? I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty, I'll say it's pretty easy, but only because I've been doing it for 5 years. That's it. It's like practice, rinse, repeat. That's it. Like anything else. Yes, thank you very much, Gitte. She's saying it was a great video about fibromyalgia. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here. And please remember, healing begins where the ego ends. And let us be your soft landing. Take care. Do you feel stuck? Are you in pain? Are you looking to create your soul's purpose, but you don't know where to start? Unleash Your Soul's Purpose Mentorship. Hi, my name is Christine Gold, and I'm the founder of 24 Karat Healing. The highly experimental mentorship will help you discover your gifts, free them, and shine your inner light to spread unconditional love, unleashing your magic and your gifts, and ultimately your purpose. You will experience phenomenal breakthroughs, aha moments, epiphanies, energy healing, clearings, inner child work, higher intuition, vivid dream recall. All training slides, PDFs, and audio meditations are recorded and available for you to watch at any time. You can take them with you wherever you go. I hope to see you soon.